newspaper?
Once in a while. I will read like more into sports sessions. I will go for sports session first, then the others. We'll see.
So that means you are not interested in the current issue and politics like that?
How to say, like I can't be bothered about politics when it's all like rubbish, things like that. Like a lot of things happening. Yeah.
So what about online news? Do you, let's say for example the Star, do you check the Star online news? Do you read online news?
Online news? Not really.
Not really. So that is to say that the newspaper that you have are not something that you buy daily, like whatever is available then only you read.
Exactly, yep.
When I feel free, of course I read the newspaper. But when I feel busy, I just will ignore it. But commonly, after that, I make back to my hometown. Once per week, I will back to my hometown. Of course, I will see the news every week. Yeah.
It's not like you every day wake up.
Yeah, no. Last time I was, but now I'm busier.
So why do you think you don't like to read the news?
I like to read, but I just feel busy and I think that I need to concentrate in my studying, so I just ignore it.
My personal preference, my personal opinion, yes. I think it is doing very well.
I have this feeling that young people, you all don't care about the current issue, don't care about politics, don't care about anything unless it happens right in front of you.
That's very true. That's very true. But I read newspapers online most of the time. I don't buy, so it helps a lot. It helps a lot. But if you're going for an old school kind of approach, and yes, I think it's best if you purchase a newspaper.
So what do you read from the paper and online, whether online?
Okay, first thing I will go to is the sports page. I'll go to the sports page. I'll find out everything I know about the sports page, and then I'll slowly move in front towards entertainment, towards arts, and then slowly move on in front to the serious stuff. To me, because I realized at the age of 12 years old, I realized that newspapers always have serious matters up front. Front page, always serious matter. Somebody died, bomb exploded, killed 52, killed 92, killed hundreds. I'm sick and tired of it. So I watch. The only thing that comforts me the most is sports. So I read sports first, and I slowly move on to the serious stuff.
I want to know, do you read the newspaper?
No.
Why not?
Because I love Chinese. You mean all?
Do you make a point that you every day buy a newspaper and read?
My parents got, but I didn't read at all.
And why is that so? You're not interested to know the news? The newspaper is boring? Or the image? Or
my parents will tell me when after they read through like that.
that's what one. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Mass Comm student.
Yeah, correct.
Do you still read the newspaper?
No, I only browse through the newspaper when it's like for horoscope, not even comics.
No, but then you are a Mass Comm student, so how do you think that if the newspaper failed to attract people?
That's why for like this semester I'm supposed to do newspaper. So what I did was for the kids and make the newspaper interesting for them instead of just normal newspaper, because the internet is now widely used by everybody. So most people, I think if they have internet, they wouldn't want to waste the extra money for the hard copy newspaper. So yeah.
So do you read online news, and if you do, what topics do you normally read?
I can barely tell because I don't read newspapers again. But usually I get my sources from friends and lecturers. They do update us with our news. So yeah.
But that means to say that it's not a priority that you all update yourself.
Mostly every day this kind politic news is more than the normal news really. So I use more the television. The 8 o'clock news is more useful.
Okay. Do you still read the newspaper?
Not really. I only read the comics.
That means you only read the comics and the online news. Do you read any online news?
No.
Not at all. So you are not interested in the current happenings, politics and all that?
Mostly I hear it from my friends, so I don't really read it.
So that means daily, you didn't even touch a single newspaper. Okay, thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Singh, and I'm currently 21 years old, and I'm also pursuing a diploma in mass communication in KDU College. Right, and yep, I'm currently a part-time. I'm also a part-time employee also, where I do work in the music school where I teach music there. Yep.
So 21 years old means you are you can vote already. So did you register yourself here?
My parents has been motivating me to actually take up my rights as a citizen of Malaysia. Like, look, Ben, this is your right. That you need to fulfill your responsibility as a honest citizen of Malaysia, where you need to go. I was like, I'm still thinking. I mean, is this that important to me? But then, as I go through some information from the TV, from the radio, from brochures, and even a lot of few websites where they said being a voter is actually the power where the government is actually giving you to voice out your opinion. So I'm thinking of, well, why not give it a shot?
So they are going to do a young voters registration every Saturday at Bebee Oo PKR.
All right.
You can go there and conveniently.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
Sure.
So you are in the Mass Comm, right?
Yes, miss.
So what sort of news do you update yourself?
Basically, I update myself with a lot of foreign world news, because especially mass communication, where even the course name itself is called mass communication, it's massive communication, so it requires you to know about other information that's happening around the world, like what's happening in Timbuktu, or then what's happening in the US, or what's happening in New York, or what's happening even in Bukit Minyak, I mean back in Malaysia. So knowing knowledge itself is something really important, and especially updating yourself is actually so yeah, I do go through newspapers, radio, TV and stuff.
But do you actually buy the newspaper every day?
Yep, I'm actually a quite strong user of newspaper, so yeah.
But I noticed there's a trend declining that people don't want to read the newspaper. What do you think of that?
I think maybe the way the newspaper has been stereotyped among the youths, because a lot of people say, no, newspaper is just for the old people, just for the elderly people. Like Singh go for the old guy in the coffee shop, like the stars for that. But actually, if the company itself of the newspaper will actually make the target audience of the newspaper much more specific, maybe like now, like even the Star, you have Rage, you have Youths, you have Nation, you have so many other sections, like they're actually targeting for the young ones. I think for the next 5 years, I think the graph is actually going to go a bit slightly up, because I think awareness is getting a bit stronger now.
Yeah, the other one next time